Everybody, Hat Creature here. This is just my personal opinion on Leader of the Pack. Unlike my video on the season battle pass rank thingamabobber, I am actually informed. As you can see, I am on the last mission. I haven't completed it, but I am on it. I have 2 out of the 4 rewards. Yay. I am grateful. I kind of forgot about the mask. The weapon skin is badass, though. Anyway, oh, I should see if I can put it on all my guns. I'll do that, don't worry. Anyway, so this is a pros and cons video. Pros of the Leader of the Pack and the cons, because there are both. I will start with the pros. The pros of this amazing mode is that, just like the co-op missions, it's fun. It's exhilarating and fun. While the co-op missions don't actually require teamwork, Leader of the Pack does. So if you're into, like, actually forming a team, working together for real, this has you covered. There are 5 missions. And at the very bottom on the right, you can reset your progression. So you can do it again and again and again. So you don't have to be stuck on the last mission. All the missions are good in their own right. There's an overarching story that follows all 5. So there's this thing that said the online mode expands on the story of Watch Dogs Legion, and that's technically what Leader of the Pack is. Leader of the Pack has its own story that's, you know, it kind of adds on to it. If you've beaten the main game, this is basically an add-on to the whole thing with Nigel Cass and his drone army. That's basically what it is, but it's without Nigel Cass for obvious reasons if you've beaten the main game. Or watch London Strife Season 2 on my channels. Yeah. So it has a story, and that's awesome. I appreciate the story. And to be honest, this next one is a pro and a con at the same time. While the story for Leader of the Pack is amazing, I wish it was in the main game. That's the con part, that it's not in the main game. See, I'm making a guide for every single mission, but the missions themselves are so unique from anything in the main game, and it just makes me sad that it's only an online mode. Like the final mission is the same exact mission in the main game. That's no different. That was no surprise to anybody who watched the trailer for online mode. They spoiled the final mission. They couldn't come up with anything new, so they just used the same boss battle again, but with a little tweaks. It's not the same exact boss battle. So that's another pro. They took the final boss battle with Nigel Cass and they kind of amped up the difficulty. And the way they did it was clever. It wasn't just more health, but like more depth. And I really appreciated that. Did download this and destroy that. I mean, that is what you have to do, but it's not just that. They add layers to it, and it's so much more fulfilling to do a tactical mission than it is to do a co-op mission, and that just feels good. Like we're all waiting for the DLC for this game. You know, the extra
My predictive
content.
subroutines detect an imminent threat in this
Some
area.
of the DLC
Stick
has
around.
already
Your
come
services
out.
may be needed.
If you didn't know, yes, the Season Pass. If you go to the Season Pass, just a little detour here. Let's see. Extra DedSec missions are in the Season Pass. You can see that at the bottom. That has already come out to Watch Dogs Legion. If you didn't know, in the main game, there are extra DedSec missions. I think there's 2, maybe 3. I think 3 or 4, but yeah, I don't really count that as DLC in my personal opinion. I haven't played them yet, but I don't really count that as real DLC. But anyway, yes, so the Aiden DLC hasn't shown up yet. Leader of the Pack is a good filler until that shows up. And those are the pros. All of the pros. Now we're going to move into the cons, because there are cons, and the cons really hurt. Okay. First con, it might be the worst con, so that's good. Starting off strong. So the first con is that, unlike the co-op missions, when you die, you don't switch characters and come back. When you die, you die. Everybody loses, the mission restarts. Now, before you say, well, they have to increase the difficulty somehow. Well, yeah, I get that. Yeah, they had to increase the difficulty somehow. And, you know, that makes sense. Of course they did. Because if they didn't make it different, if they didn't increase the difficulty in some way, Leader of the Pack would be just like the co-op missions. They'd be the same. Fun, and there wouldn't really be anything setting them apart other than a coherent story. They had to do something to make it feel different. That dread. To let you know that this was serious. They had to. But I think having it where you die, one person, just one singular person die, and the whole thing is forfeit, I think that's a bit much. People like me, well, actually, maybe I shouldn't even put myself in this equation. You know, my job is unique. I cannot put myself in this equation personally. So, but yeah. If somebody dies, it forfeits the whole team. Not everybody is good. Some people just started. You were a fool to start Leader of the Pack if you just started. Don't do that. But it's... having the comms helps. But I've been finding that a lot of people don't use the microphone. A lot of people don't communicate. And you can't really say that's their fault because, you know, there are solos out there. And they don't feel comfortable playing with other people. Or they do play with other people, but they don't feel like talking to them. Some people can't actually talk. Some people can't actually talk. Some people don't have microphones. So being able to communicate is important. You don't 100% need it, but not having it does put you at a disadvantage. And if that's the thing that causes somebody to die, if that's the thing that's causing the entire team to lose, and then restart, that sucks. That's awful. The entire team shouldn't be punished because one person dies. Maximum 4 players. If somebody dies, if they want to keep the difficulty, you know, don't let them switch characters because they died. If there was 4 people, well, now there's 3. Work with what you got. I think that would be a better alternative than the whole thing resetting. The entire team doesn't get punished because they couldn't save their teammate. The entire team doesn't get punished because they got overwhelmed and it was impossible to rescue somebody without dying themselves. That sucks. There are other ways to increase the difficulty for Leader of the Pack. There are other ways to make it more intense without making it too much. I applaud the effort, but I think it's just a little too much. Just something a little less extreme. Just a little less. That's all I'm asking for. I like what you're doing, just tone it down a little bit. That's all I'm saying. And that's the first con. That's done with. Next con. I am not a hardcore player. Because of my unique job, I live and work at a motel. I can play for 15 seconds, and then I have to check in 5 guests. I can play for 20 minutes, and then I won't be able to play for hours. Because I live at my job. So I am not a hardcore player. Other people are not hardcore players either, and all of us, most of us, are at rank 50. There are 48 days remaining. We can't get influence. The point being, the most toughest challenge in online mode to date doesn't reward you with influence. That's a problem because you have to beat Leader of the Pack in order to get the Hitman. The Hitman costs 30. Look at my influence, 22. I have to wait until tomorrow to get 3 more influence. I'm on the last mission. Even if I beat it, I can't get the ultimate reward that's locked behind it. So, myself, everybody else at level 50, everyone else who doesn't have enough influence can't even get the Hitman because your new mode doesn't give you influence. Now, I am not saying give us 30 influence for a Hitman. No, sir. That is not at all what I'm saying. There are other ways around it. There are 5 missions. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2 influence per mission. If you beat all 5 in one go, you'll have 10 influence. Holy crap, that's awful. That would mean you'd have to play this 15 times? Holy crap, man, that's awful. Maybe you should have a little more than 2 influence per thing. But anyway, yes, some form of influence per completed mission would be awesome for those who already did all the rank system, who already got to rank 50 and can't get it anymore, because that's screwed up. Now, you may say that this is an isolated issue, but I don't even have all the upgrades, right? I don't even have all the upgrades. My team is at max with 16. I can't get any more. So, yeah, I would say that that's a con. So, first up, tone down the difficulty. Second up, reward us with some influence for all of our hard work. It does reward you with a complete whopping 2 full ranks if you beat all 5 missions. Oh wait, that's mission 4. Never mind. Yeah. Ooh, I got 2 ranks. I'm already at max. But yeah. So far, that's what I got. Is actually really small. It can be easily fixed. So in the final mission, basically this con is lack of communication from the game. Now, people not being able to talk to each other, that's one problem, but the game not being clear on what you have to do really sucks. This is the story as it is. When you get into the mission, you don't know what you're doing. Some missions are more specific, and some missions require you to have a certain play style that you wouldn't be able to prepare for if you didn't already know it was coming. Now, the 2 biggest things is actually the second mission. What was it? Dogs of War? Yeah, so the second mission, Dogs of War, is a stealth mission. If you get caught, it's practically GG. How it is that there are drones that are invincible. You cannot destroy them. So you have to be stealthy. You cannot get caught. You cannot get seen. You are not told it is a stealth mission. You are not told that there are invincible enemies. Yet you know there are drones, but you didn't know they were Bloodhound drones. You didn't know that they wouldn't give you the option to disable them. You weren't given anything. So, people starting the second mission will be losing constantly because they weren't prepared for it. They weren't prepared for stealth. They didn't have a character, or they weren't able to equip invisibility. So, lack of communication is a problem. There's also another instance in the final mission. If you don't know what the final mission is, I'm trying not to spoil it, but if you played the main game or watched London Strife Season 2, the final mission has a boss. But basically, at one point in the boss battle, there is a plasma explosion, right? Now, it says there's a plasma explosion incoming. It's not clear what that means. No one I was playing with had any idea what that meant. You saw it charging up, and then it exploded. We were not told how to stop it, and we all died. So yeah, we had no idea. It was an insta-kill. No idea, because there was no communication. If everybody is on mics and everybody's talking, you might as well turn on subtitles if the subtitles help. We didn't know we had to destroy the plasma drone. We didn't know there was a plasma drone. We didn't know the thing had an external source of charging. We all thought we had to hide behind cover because the directions were not clear. So that's the problem. Now I get, you know, die, restart, get better, but, you know, this is tactical ops and you need information. Lack of information is bad. Anyway, that's basically it. Those are all the cons. Overall, I would say that there are more pros than cons. Me personally, I'm probably one of the few people who find this difficult to do, and I don't mark that as a con. That's bias. So, because of my job, it is incredibly difficult for me to play this, because I might never be able to complete this because of my job, because of, you know, where I live. But other than that, this is awesome. I'm having a great time at Leader of the Pack. I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm making a guide for every single mission. Hopefully the last mission as well, if I ever beat it, but I beat all the other ones. And, yeah. I'll show off my weapon skin. Let's see. Oh, I have it right now. Yeah. Synesthesia. This is the weapon skin. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's totally worth getting. Anyway, let's check out that mask and see if it works on other characters. I kind of wish I did it in the daytime, but it's dark time. Anyway, so this is the mask. It's kind of gold. It says King. Synesthesia. Oh, it didn't show up. Anyway, you can put it on every single gun. But yeah, that's it. I think the mask itself is beautiful. I don't think it's worth, like, the mission for, but that's just me. But it's gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, that's it. So, out of 5, I would rank this 4 out of 5, just because the difficulty. Anyway, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know how you're enjoying Leader of the Pack.
What are you gonna do?
I love it.
Oh my God,
But anyway, yeah. As always,
no, you just...
have a great day.
Exactly what I said. You just gotta call him.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location. Received. Watching for suspect.
Control. Target just pulled out a gun.
I can't think of a single Cowardly Lion line. Shit.